SCP-097. Object Class: Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-096 is contained within the limits of a property where it was initially discovered. Zone SCP-097. Property surrounded by an 8-meter tall concrete block fence, fitted with barbed wire security camera systems. Satellite images of Zone 97 are to be doctored, removed all traces of the area. Any and all new plant growth outside the containment area suspected to originate from within the SCP is to be sterilized through application of boiling salt water or incinerated. Absolutely all abnormal behavior is to be reported to Dr. Bridge within 10 minutes of occurrence. If any personnel or their families experience hallucinations or thematically related dreams outside of containment, they are to contact Dr. Bridge to schedule treatment. Localities surrounding 97, specifically redacted, are to be monitored from the 1st of April until the 1st of November every year for affected civilians. Medical establishments dealing with sleep abnormalities are to be monitored for signs of 97's influence. Civilians below the age of 16 encountered alone with us. 1 square kilometer of 97 are to be taken to Foundation custody or to be treated with Class B anesthetics, returned home or to the nearest police station. Personnel tasked with the return of the civilians are to avoid public exposure. Each agent is to be assigned a cover story to follow what they do to encounter civilians en route for their destinations. See Level 3 staff for details. The morning after the first frost of the year, a team of 25 agents armed with agricultural tools are to enter 97 and clear way for the outer plant material. This process is not to continue past dusk. Description: 97 is a 10-acre area of land in the state of Redacted in the Midwestern United States. It is the abandoned remains of the Redacted County Fair, 1969, in an area of approximately 2.3 kilometers squared, 5.4 square miles. Structures within SCP area exist in a state of modern disrepair, consisting of the expected age and environment. At the center of 96 lie the remains of 1956 GMC pickup truck. The majority of it has been crushed beneath a colossal pumpkin of unknown subtype. Henceforth, 97-1. 97-1 stands approximately 7.4 meters, 24.3 feet tall, and 8.1 meters in diameter, 26.8 feet at its widest. Current estimates put 97-1 at approximately 15,000 kilograms, approximately 33,070 pounds. Pumpkin remains roughly spherical in shape. Instead of spreading out under its own weight, this is expected of the plant of its size. The remaining portion of 97, approximately 2 kilometers cubed, is overgrown with several dozen varieties of pumpkins and over 70 subspecies yet identified. Many previous unknowns to agriculture. Many of these pumpkins have been shown capable of growing to enormous sizes, the average estimated weight being around 250 kilograms, average 550 pounds. These pumpkins, among the assorted other crops, grow within and around the remains of the 1969 Fairgrounds, creating a maze-like arrangement of plant life. The average height of the walls within 97 is 1.6 meters, though this varies from year to year. Between April and November each year, the area within 97 has produced a number of abnormous phenomena ranging from the benign to blissfully agitative. To date, 17 agents have been severely maimed within 97, 8 having died, and see the event log of 97 for a brief listing of recorded phenomena. Addendum historical note. Prior to the construction of 97's containment wall, instances of what are now known as SCP-2171-1 were occasionally observed, forming fragmented walls. At one point, a near-complete ring of 2171 around 97's area of effect. This behavior ceased following the containment wall's completion. The purpose and implications behind the interactions are as yet unknown. Effects of 97 on children. In addition to its immediate effects outlined in Event Log 97, SCP-97-1 appears to produce an undetectable signal towards children in an undetermined range. For clarity, children were referred to individuals up to the age of 8, redacted -10. Beginning in early April, civilian children within 97's undefined range may be overcome with the somnambulism on clear nights. Affected children will move around their house, stopping to face closed doorways for several seconds before moving to the nearest door, eventually returning to bed. At first, this behavior will occur only a week, beginning with only the doors on a single floor. This sleepwalking will continue more frequently by mid-August, happening every night. If forcefully awoken at any time during these 3 episodes, they'll scream for several seconds before succumbing to a degree of confusion. After an affected child is awoken in this manner, the effect will cease. Child never show any signs of 97's influence. Over the course of 2 to 3 months, these episodes become more thorough. Affected individuals seeking out the doorway inside their home, as well as those of the household's property, such as garages, car doors, and fence gates. Eventually, they'll begin visiting the front doors of the neighbors, beginning in September. Affected children who remained undisturbed during these episodes will begin to remain outside at sunrise, laying in the grass near the homestead, returning to full REM sleep. Affected children may recall dreaming centering around autumn activities. Between September 1st and November 1st, if the affected children have not been awoken during these preceding sleepwalking episodes, they will cease the previous established activity during the sleepwalk and instead begin to walk directly towards 97's location. They will travel over fields and down secondary roads, steadily moving towards 97. Local geography consists mostly of undeveloped Foundation-owned property, facilities, uninterrupted travel. Upon arriving at 97, an affected child will sit down before 97-1 and begin singing unidentified gibberish as music begins to play. While the number of instruments have been recorded, simple drums and pipes are the most consistently encountered. After several minutes, childlike entities will crawl out of the tangled floor and break out of larger pumpkins within 97. The children will be wearing whatever they were last seen with, most often pajamas and similar clothing. Many of these entities match those of children known and lost to 97-1. Entities will surround the affected civilian child, dancing and singing in the circle of 97-1 begins to emit dim light. The affected child will awaken, normally expressing great deal of terror. The instant any vocalization is produced, the entities will swarm and kill the child. Methods used are different in each instance, but usually involve dismemberment or strangulation. At this point, any and all effects and interrupted entities will fail, whether through breakdown of equipment, sudden intangibility of subjects, or express violence on the part of 97. After the death of the afflicted child, SCP-97-1 will split open and entities will hurl their remains into it and before climbing in themselves. 97-1 will then close and the music will stop. Before the containment wall erected, at least redacted children between the ages of 3 and 10 are known to have been lost to 97. See Event Log 97 for current examples of 97's behavior. Event Log SCP-097. This is a general Event Log SCP-097. This is a general incident log for 97, the cycle between 9-1 redacted, 11-1 redacted. This is an abridged version. Please requisition full individual reports from Dr. Bridge during this time. 4 civilian children were captured and returned to their family. 9-3 redacted. 9:39 a.m. Cameras 3B, 4A, 4C, a 5B view child, approximately 4 years of age, walk between tangles of plants. Matter towards 97-1. Over an 8-minute period, child appears to be dragging a stuffed animal. Child appeared on footage during review period. No figure was viewed at the time of recording. 9-5 redacted. 1733. Human scream heard from within 97, heard throughout the facility. On-site personnel described it as possessing a small child's voice, sustained approximately 3 minutes before stopping abruptly. Staff reported feelings if they were being watched during the event. 9-8. Several bedsheet ghosts are seen through various security feeds throughout the day, but only appear for approximately 1 to 3 seconds before vanishing, and staff do not report seeing any anomalous entities firsthand. Roll is doubled for the remaining time of the SCP cycle. 9-13. 22-19. Unidentifiable singing is heard throughout the site, persisting of 3 hours before becoming silent. Recordings reveal song like gibberish and up to 30 individual children's voices singing at any time. Recordings are archived for future study. 9-19. 14-27. Agent McRoy cuts a pumpkin vine with a machete. Severed vines proceed to bleed approximately 50 liters of human blood before shriveling. Blood type AB-, no DNA match. Negative AB. 9-24. Unknown date. Unknown time. Overnight, 2 separate pumpkin patches grew in the rough estimations of humanoid figures lying on the ground. Destroyed without incident. 9-25 redacted. 5-17. Agent Long found decapitated. Neck against a pumpkin. Disappearable en route as a restaurant break. 9:27, 2:50. All light bulbs in sight burned out within a 2-minute period. Critical areas repaired before nightfall. 9:30, 12:16. Sudden shift noted in the location of several dozen gorged plants. Time and nature of actual event unknown. 10:1. 14:29. Agent Cole accidentally damages and breaks pumpkin during a weekly examination of 97. Pumpkin splits open, revealing a complete human child skeleton in a fetus position within. Female, approximately 5 years old. No DNA match. 10-2. 29 freshly decapitated crows, Corvus brachyrhinotus, found outside 97's containment wall. No note. 10-6-637. Orchard pumpkin found plant had been replaced in a potted plant growing inside Dr. Burgess' office. Indoor plants banned from the site. Pumpkins incinerated immediately. 10-7-1650. Agent Matthews falls unconscious during patrol and cannot be woken up until removed from property. Agent reported dreaming of autumn colors and the smell of leaves. Fully recovered. Reassigned to desk work pending examination. 10-11-738. Research assistant Sturm reports overwhelming taste and sent pumpkin fermenting her senses. No other personnel report anomaly. Transfer to office site. Examination pending. 10:13. Sounds of steady drums playing throughout the day from 0000 hours to 23:59 hours. Source of sound unknown. Recordings archived for future study. 10:17-319. Male child, approximately 6 years of age and clad in pajamas, seen climbing through corn stalks in the eastern end of 97, moving towards 97-1. Lost to 97-1. How the child was able to escape notice by personnel until he was lost is to the SCP is unknown. 10-20-1307. All personnel within 3.6 kilometers of SCP 96-1 report hallucinations of orange haze and children's laughter. Personnel evaluated distance outside of the area of effect. Personnel screened for mental interference. 10-23-1. All power and backup power at the area failed. Upon recovery, redacted pumpkins within 97 were found changed into card lanterns. It is unknown how 97 generate and lit pumpkins or lit candles. Team 97 Alpha and Beta tasked to destroy lanterns after sunrise. 10-23-813. Team 97 Alpha reports seeing and hearing children playing along the floor within 97. Reportings like the entities expected from the reports. Children noted to be clad in pajamas. Teams pulled from SCP screen for mental interference. Zamays and Dereta kernels. Wholesome sky around 97. Does not fall within containment walls. Area cleansed with flames. Units and planted with non-native grasses. Pavement and outside area pending. 10-26-2113. Research Assistant O'Toole overcome with nausea and vomit pumpkin seeds. O'Toole did not eat pumpkin seeds previous to vomiting. Research Assistant O'Toole transferred to site redacted for examination. Seeds incinerated with prejudice. 10-27-10-03. Research Assistant O'Toole reported to have died overnight. Autopsy revealed thoracic cavity was filled with pumpkin seeds. Body incinerated at site redacted. All personnel scheduled for physical examination. 10-28 redacted. Unentitled whispering gibberish heard by fertile female personnel throughout the area within a view of 97. Phenomenon continues throughout the day, continuing for the duration of 97 cycle, i.e. until November 1st. Associated personnel moved from duty and scheduled for examination. 10-28-17-45. Headlights of vehicle underneath 97-1 light and stay lit until daybreak. 10-29 redacted. Fruit trees within 97 blossom over the course of 5 hours, beginning at roughly 700. Flowers wither and fall soon after. 10-29-807. Pumpkins near south entrance of 97 begin spontaneously bleeding from the stem. Each continue bleeding for 3 hours. Blood type AB negative. No DNA match. 10-31-310. Several dozen unidentified spheres of red light drifted above 97 surrounding area. Within light was shown directly at the spheres. A piercing shriek was heard. Personnel called into the main building until the spheres dissipated at dawn. 10:31, 1200 hours. Sounds of steady drums recorded from within 97. Drums persisted the following 12 hours. No source identified. The recordings are archived for future study. 10:31, 419. All strawberry plants within SCP-97 wither in unison. 10:31, 1743. Between 24 hours and 30 animate human skeletons of various sizes are recorded breaking out of larger pumpkins within 97. Skeletons transverse through 97's floor in the northeast peach tree and hang themselves from its branches using lengths of grapevines, electricity cables, and decaying rope. Skeletons cease anomalous behavior after pantomiming death by hanging. Death rows continue for approximately 23 minutes. Skeletons recovered after first frost all appeared under 12 years of age. No DNA matches. Skeletons incinerated after examination.